mine's a oracle deck rather than a tarot deck. It's the I Ching one I was telling you about. It arrived yesterday.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
So you get 3 little coins with them. I'm not sure what you do with the little coins. I'm sure I will find that out.
I don't know. I don't really do I Ching.
No, well, what the idea being, with me being a Zen pagan, I thought I could marry up these I Ching oracle decks with the Druid tarot deck, and they would be my married couple.
Cool.
My divine feminine and divine masculine.
Yeah, that's cool.
My yin and yang. Yeah, that's my thought process on that. Right. Angie, are you ready? I'm going to press the start button very, very soon. Are you ready to do your thing?
I'm ready to do my thing.
Okie dokie. Right, I'll do the countdown, press the start button, and it's over to you. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, 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 everybody, wherever you are. So I've got a new thing going on in OBS, so I might be able to see chat if people are chatting. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So I didn't have a topic for tonight, mainly because yesterday was, it was the day after the 11/11 portal, and I don't know if any of you have been experiencing weird things. We sure did yesterday. And it kind of knocked us sideways a bit, so I wasn't even thinking about topics for tonight. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to let the cards decide. So hey, that's what we're doing. So the first card, I've pulled one card, to get the gist of what we're going to be looking at tonight, and it is Trust the Call. And I don't think we had this particular card. Although we might have done, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this card's come up for me recently, but I think it has. Not necessarily about the portal, the 11/11 portal, but certainly in other readings that I've done. So let's have a look in the book. Let me grab it somewhere. Where is it? Hello. Yes, thank you. So this is the Intuitive Whispers Oracle deck, and it's actually created by the lady who played Loki's wife in Vikings. That's a bit of a long-winded thing, but yeah, it's actually created by her because she does meditation and all kinds of really cool stuff like that. So interesting. So let me read from this book. And this is very relevant, extraordinarily relevant for after the portal. So if you were in the Everything is Magic Dismembering Tarot on Tuesday, then I think this is going to resonate with you quite a bit, because we pulled cards for what's brought us to this portal, what energy has brought us to it, what is the energy of the portal, and then where is it taking us. So trust the call. Your intuition is calling you now. Oh yeah. Are you listening? I hope so. Maybe you've been too busy or distracted to hear it. So just a little word on that. It's very easy to allow ourselves to be distracted by things, but it's in those quiet times, in that quiet stillness, that we hear the intuition, your higher self, your soul, whatever you want to call it, but it's always communicating with you and directing you where you need to go. And we know that, don't we? Because that's the heart space energy. If you are struggling to find clarity in the direction of your life, stop looking and start listening. Trust that gut instinct that is like your internal navigator. Long before our phones became our navigators, That's quite a funny thing to see these days, isn't it? With a phone in front of their face. Yeah. We instinctively knew where to go before our phones. So put your phone away and trust this call instead. It's a call. I like the irony of that. It's a call that has no agenda except your happiness. Okay, so it does actually give a little how-to, if you like. So this is around being still, yeah, stillness and quiet. Close your eyes and listen. So that sounds really simple, yeah. Close your eyes and listen. And it is simple, but it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. But my suggestion is get yourself as comfortable as possible, yeah, so that your body's not having to shift or move too much, okay? And then the idea of listening is to bring yourself to your heart center. So you can always place a hand there if you need to, yeah? And then listen so that you can kind of drop into that space and sit. So essentially what you're doing when you're doing that is you're holding a space for yourself, yeah? And then you just listen and see what comes up. So that could be, it could be words. Spirit talk to me. They shout at me actually sometimes. If I'm not listening, they will shout. It could be smells. I get that as well. It could be images. It could be anything. So, you know, when you're doing this, keep all your senses open, yeah, to whatever it is that spirit wants to tell you, or your higher self wants to tell you. So the card is trust the call. Okay. So let's grab, okay, some Lenormand cards so that we can get a little bit more information on, whoa, that was a spill. All of them? Okay, apparently that was not a spill. That was the cards. So we're going to place the heart in the middle, which makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense. We have, oh no, take a photo of these in a minute. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, very interesting. Fish. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. 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 So I'm going to take a picture for the group. It's carried on with my phone. Right. Stop it. Picture. Thank you. It's being a moomer. Okay. Get a picture. Picture. Doink. Okay. So interesting. So what we have here, we have the heart card in the middle under trust the call. Okay. So this is trust the call. It's being led by the heart. It's that simple. Yeah. So I would say, so the cards to the left, the mask and the tower, and then the cards to the right, the well. So the mask and the well and the magnifying glass are extra cards in this Lenormand deck. Okay, and I love it because these are really cool cards. So to the left, to the right of the heart card, we have the well and the key. Now the key and the fish and the heart are three very positive cards in Lenormand. Okay. So what does this mean? So trust the call is being led by the heart. It's going to reveal The mask reveals something. So what is the mask related to? Let me just find that out. Just that one. So let's just get a card for what the mask actually is representing. In the context of trusting the call, yeah. It's always in the frame of, for me. Ooh, the snake. Okay. So, trust the call coming from the heart center. It's going to reveal. Wow. It's going to reveal lies and deception. And the tower in this framework would be around some kind of isolation. So whatever this is, the unmasking of the lies and betrayal, it will lead to isolation. So my suggestion, let me see if I can. Ooh, what we got? Okay, the stars. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. So it's not isolation as in aloneness, it's isolating. Yeah. So trusting the call reveals or uncovers lies and deception, which isolates. So it surrounds. Surrounds. No, this is more of a. Oh, what's the word? A bringing up of. If that makes sense. If you isolate something, it's not necessarily about enclosing it. It can also be about lifting it up. Okay. So the stars is destiny, hope. Yeah. So what we've got here, trusting the call from the heart center, is revealing or uncovering lies and deception. Yeah. Which then lift you up towards your destiny, whatever that might be. But it's also hope. It's another very positive card in Lenormand. So that's quite interesting. So what do we have on the other side? Whoa, what's that? What's that? What's that? Fish. Oh, we got we got fish down the bottom as well. So the fish on the well card, that's financial resources. And the key signifies success. So success in resources, not full stop, comma, yeah, but does include money. And I would say that's definite because we've got the fish down here as well. So trusting your heart, your soul, your higher self, your who you truly are, yeah. Hearing that call is definitely uncovering, elevating, that's what I was looking for. Elevating, yeah. But also brings about success in resources, but also financial resources. Okay. So then down the bottom we have, I'm going to take these two off to the side and these two over there. And I think the reason for that is there's going to be a card in the middle from this deck. Another Lenormand deck. I like to mix up my Lenormand decks in case you didn't know. Okay. Here we go. Child. So this is new. This is a new way to come to your heart center, yeah, and trust the call. Yeah, this is a new way of doing this. So the new way of doing this, that's why this card is here. Oh my goodness. Looking at this, so a magnifying glass magnifies. So you're magnifying lots of what? What are you magnifying lots of? So this is the almost like the how-to. Yeah, the how-to. It's a bit like it's a bit like the actual how-to in the book for the card that we drew first, Trust the Call. So what is the lots of related to? There we go. I love these cards because they just go bloop. Bouquet. So bouquet represents gifts, beauty. It can literally mean a bouquet of flowers. And because we have the fish, I think bouquet is a positive card as well, if I remember rightly. So this is a very positive spin on the bouquet, because the bouquet can be, slightly superficial in the right setting, if that makes sense. But this, so because we got the fish here, lots of joy, happiness, beauty. So this is magnifying. So this new way of tapping in to trust the call, which is, by the way, all the crown chakra colours, and a little bit of heart, and a little bit of throat. Yeah. So it's going up. You've even, I think you've got like an indigo colour there as well. So that's heart, throat, third eye, crown. Yeah. So to do this in a new way, you are literally magnifying lots of an abundance of beauty. And if you think of it in terms of the things that you love to do, yeah, the things that bring you beauty and joy, and in some respects creativity, yeah, what inspires you? Okay. So what we've got on the other side, we have the moon and we have the rider. So the book has come out under the moon. That's quite interesting. This is reflection. So I think before you can do this magnifying stuff over here, there's a period of inner reflection, maybe a little learning, yeah? And you might even get some messages, and they will come quickly. Now, my experience today, so I'm not going to go into details, but the thing that happened yesterday was the day after the portal, the 11/11 portal. Now, what that portal was kind of telling us was there's a cutting away, yeah, and there is a new dawn, if you like, happening. Now, when the thing that happened yesterday happened, initially we were shocked, actually, quite shocked. And then Ian went to bed, and I didn't actually sleep all night, so I'm wired on caffeine and cake at the moment. I didn't sleep last night at all. So I was pulling cards and, just reflecting, and then I was watching some horse videos, as you do. And then I had an epiphany. No, it didn't hurt. That this thing that had happened yesterday had closed a cycle from nearly 30 years ago. Yeah, nearly 30 years ago. Yeah, that would be right. In 2027, it would have been, yeah, it would be 30 years. So a 30-year cycle was completely closed yesterday. Completely shut. Gone. So when I realised that, I realised that what initially looked like, it shook us, literally, was in fact a humongous blessing. So this morning, I think, or might have been this afternoon, can't remember. So we were out in the town doing a little bit of retail therapy, and we walked into one of these shops, and there's a particular I don't know who the book is written by, but there is also an animated version of it, and it's called Horrid Henry. Yeah. So as we walked into the shop, Ian saw that, and it was like, oh my goodness. It's like it drew the eye right to that. Okay. So thank you. There was another one as well, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah. And then I walked into another shop, and I was looking at T-shirts, as you do, and I pulled some back, and there were a load of butterflies on this T-shirt. And I'm like, wow. Because butterfly is all about transformation. Yeah. I didn't like the T-shirt. I liked the butterflies on it, but I didn't like the T-shirt. But I did it again, and there was another T-shirt, completely different T-shirt, but with butterflies on it again. I'm like, okay, I get the message. I get the message. I think there were a couple more. I can't remember. But it was like, yeah, these messages, this is the rider card here, coming thick and fast. Yeah. So part of this trusting the call is, even if you're faced with something that initially looks like, I don't even know what you'd call that, like a tower moment. Yeah. Your whole world comes crashing down. Yeah. And it's funny, there's been a lot of those these past few years. So what initially looks like a tower is actually, trusting the call. It's, when you align, it's funny how this goes right up the middle here, the child, the heart, trust the call. Yeah. And having that childlike wonder, actually, some people call it inner child, but I like to think of it as like, it's that childlike wonder, that you're wide-eyed about everything. I mean, that is just, yeah, let's do it. And then it's kind of revealing things that, might be to do with the tower stuff. Yeah. And then that starts to unlock things for you. Oh my goodness. So we got so many messages today. So many messages today. Boom, right place, right time. There's the message. And there was no there was no ambiguity there either. Yeah. So there's a period of reflection, maybe a little bit of learning, but I would say the learning comes through the messages. The messages inform the learning. Yeah. And then what that does, it's funny how it's kind of, it's like a snake, actually. It kind of goes round like that. And then what that enables you to do is to magnify an abundance of beauty. And that's what this is. This trusting the call. It's a beautiful path. My friends, it's a beautiful path. Okay. So I've got a footstool underneath me, but it gets stuck. And then I get stuck. Okay. Okie dokie. What else do we need to know? Let's take this deck. This is a kipper deck. Let's put those back over there. And I'll just take a little photo with all those other cards on it. Might get a little bit messy. Okay, there we go. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, it's gone upside down. Didn't do that before. Stupid cards. Honestly. Actually, no, stupid phone, not stupid cards. Right. So, what do we want to know about? I actually want to know what this is all about. This revealing the deception. What is that? Because that more information, please. Oh, there we go. Unexpected income. So this relates to this here, the well and the fish. Okay, let me just take a picture. Because I asked the question around that card. That's interesting. What I would say is this gets revealed, then it unlocks this, which brings us back to the fish, resources, success in unlocking something. I love it when that happens. It's very cool. Okay, so let's find out what the elevating you to your destiny, or elevating your hope. No, maybe guidance. Okay, this is about guidance, I think. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Guidance, elevating your guidance. That's interesting. So we've got the poverty card next to the unexpected income. Now that's interesting. Why is that interesting, I hear you say? Because they're kind of, it's not that they cancel each other out. But what I see, it's like this elevation through your destiny. It's gonna hit that lack, poverty kind of mindset, if you like. Okay, let's just look at this. So we got the revealing of the lies and betrayal, which brings about unexpected income. The revealing of the lies and betrayal then kind of elevates this idea of guidance through any I would say remnant, because it's kind of hanging on the end, if you like. So it'll kind of, it's going to sound a bit weird, it'll kind of gather it up and bring it in, so that you can be guided through it. So it might only be a remnant. So what do I mean by a remnant? So when you do the inner work, the great work, yeah, and you are looking at those things that you don't want to be looking at, or that you don't want to look at, you know, and you do the work to look at them, you know, stare them down, if you like, and I don't want to say it's not a getting rid of, it's not a, it's more of a, so if you're being guided through something, you see it for what it is. 100%. You can see it. Yeah. And it's almost like when you look at that and you face it, it's like, well, it kind of it kind of triggers something, because when you face that and you look at it and you don't die, because that's essentially the worst case scenario, yeah, then you kind of realize that, well, okay, so it has no power then. If it can't kill me and that's the worst thing that can possibly happen, then okay, what was I scared of all this time? And I know that from personal experience. I'm not saying it's easy to do that, but it is possible. And certainly with this energy, trusting the cool, 100%. And what's interesting thing with this the unexpected income, it's like it's almost the revealing of the lies and betrayal. It kind of loosens something. It's like a sieve, yeah? It's like it shakes the sieve, so it's almost like things can then fall through the sieve, which kind of doesn't create the guidance, but it makes it easier to embody it, if that makes sense. It's like, how can you know what an experience is going to be until you at least experience a part of it? Yeah, that makes sense. And this is kind of what this looks like to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. Can we have a bit more information on the magnifying part? I think that would be quite cool. Get some information on the magnification aspect. Let's have a look. So this is down the bottom here. This is the how-to, yeah. So we got the reflection, maybe a bit of the learning via the messages that are coming quick and fast and furious, which leads to the magnifying of an abundance of beauty and just that, if you have a bouquet of flowers in your home, how does that make you feel? Isn't it beautiful? Okay. Oh, distant horizons. Okay. So this is magnifying, literally magnifying your journey. So this is the details. Let me just get a photo. So this is literally the details. So Ian would call this, because he loves anything to do with topography. So that's how he would describe that. The topography of your journey towards this abundance of, the energy of the bouquet, if you like. Because, it's beautiful and it smells amazing, usually. It uplifts you, yeah? All those things. That's amazing. Okay, let's put the Kipper cards away. And let's get, so I definitely want to grab one of those, but I'll do that last. Okay, those ones. So, let's see if we can grab any more information. So what have we got so far? Okay, so we've got a new way of connecting with, the heart center, to be able to trust the call and to activate heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And by doing that, it's almost like it clears away, so you can see any icky bits, lies and betrayal, unmasks, reveals the lies and betrayal, which then unlocks, which is what's the word, amplified by the key over here, this idea of unexpected income, or just you know, when you, I don't know, this has happened to me before. You go in your bank account and you're like, where did that money come from? That's happened on 2 occasions. It's like, I don't actually know where that came from. It's kind of weird when it happens, but it's very cool when it does. And then there's this elevation which guides you through, any remnants of a lack mindset. And that's no, I will just add, that's not something that is our fault, because the very nature of what people call money is a debt money system. So debt money system actually is lack. It's a lack of, because it's got the word debt in it. It's a minus. So you're immediately, a bit of a disadvantage. So there's no blame there. It's just a system that we just happen to be, engaging with. So then you have the resources. So your resources are, what's the word? Unlocked, which include money, because we have fish here and we have fish down here as well. And the new way of doing this, is through inner reflection and learning through the messages that will be coming quickly. And what that does is it magnifies the details on your journey, which bring you this abundance of beauty. I mean, I think all by trusting the cool. Connect to your heart, trust the cool. But it will feel new, because that's what the child is talking about. So let's see what else. Whoop, that one flipped right over. Good fortune. Okay, I'm going to put that one right there. That's amazing. We got good fortune. How cool is that? Good fortune indeed. We've got 2 cards there as well. Okay, so we go. Wow. And wow. Oh my goodness. So they need to go there. So what we have is good fortune, financial security, and underneath that, underpinning it, is love. So we would call that love consciousness. That's pretty damn amazing. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Which again goes back to the heart, right in there. I love that. I love it. Right. What was the other one of those? Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, if anyone wants me to pull them a few cards, I can do that. But I'm going to just take 1 or 2 from this deck here. 1 and 2. This is the Guiding Light Oracle, and the cards are, wow. And that's definitely going over there. Holy crap. On a cracker. Holy crap. Oh my God. So on the side where we've got all this uncovering of the deceit and the, elevating, guiding you through the poverty game, if you like, because it is a game, let's face it, guys, is the blame card. And it actually looks a bit like an orchestrated tower. It's time to take ownership of the life you are creating. So that's an orchestrated tower moment. And you can do that. You don't have to wait for the tower to come. I think I figured that out in one of my readings recently. I think it was one of my own readings, but I can't remember. It might have been a public one. In fact, I think it was a public reading, about this idea that you can actually orchestrate your own tower moment by choosing a different alignment, if you like. So aligning with, things that are in the broad band of love consciousness. which does not mean love and light at any cost. Yeah, sometimes you have to set boundaries. Sometimes you have to tell people like it is, but not in a horrible way. Yeah. Sometimes you need to banish things. So what we got here, we've got, in this uncovering of lies and deception and the elevation of your guides are elevating you, if you like, through any remnants of poverty, so that you can stop blaming any person, place, thing, or experience for this remnant. Yeah. Or it could be the actual energy of it if you haven't done the work. Yeah, if you haven't been doing the work on what money actually means to you. Yeah, because it means different things to different people. And then over here, this is mad. Financial freedom. So we've got good fortune, financial security, finding love, using, the connection to the heart, trust, the cool, and we have financial freedom here as well. It says you may be feeling trapped in regards to the amount of money that is currently flowing into your life. But clearly, these cards are saying, don't worry, because it's on its way. And in fact, we have the number 64, which is 10. So you've got the 0, or the 1 and the 0. So we've got an end and a beginning. There's an ending of the old shit, of the cycle that's closed, come to a full stop, yeah, and is now done, yeah, which then opens, it's basically, and it's kind of what this card looks like to me, like a new dawn. How? And in fact, we've got that on Trust the Call as well. If you look at that card, it's like a dawn. That's a sun. I'd say that's a sunrise, not a sunset. Probably. Not sure if we've got. I don't think we've got. We've got a sunset on the poverty. There we go. Sunset on the poverty. The sun is setting on the poverty, the lack mindset. Yeah. Okay. So, I think that pretty much speaks for itself. Okay. So, if anyone has any questions about the cards I pulled, then you can ask questions. Or if you want me to pull you a few cards, I can do that.
Yeah? I've got a question for you, Angie.
Yep.
I missed a bit because I had to nip to the loo. What I want, the cards that you've pulled this evening, and the way that you've pulled them, are they for you? Are they speaking about you, yourself, or have you pulled them for general sort of discussion and general people that are listening?
No, I pulled them for anyone who's listening.
Right, got you.
Yep.
Right, I was a bit confused as to whether or not you was pulling them for yourself or whether it was a general thing for everybody.
I would say this is a general thing for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you do me a favour then and please pull me 2 cards for the week coming or the next 7 days?
Okay.
That's going to affect me or what I should be aware of or anything that's watching over me or that kind of thing.
Okay. So I'm going to take one of those and one of those. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Okay. Whoa, there we go. Flipped. Wow. So we have. Wow. So we have 2 cards. And it's weird. They've both got a very similar energy. Like in terms of colour, which is very interesting. Right, let's take it. If I doing weird stuff. Stop it. Okay, so you'll see what I mean. There we go. So the first one is called false assumptions. So we've got, this is simply a misunderstanding. Let go of the need to be right. So something will come up this week where there's a bit of a miscommunication about something.
Okay.
And what's really interesting is that that might take a little bit of focus.
What makes you say that based on the two cards? Is that what the other one means?
Yeah, it says, it's very, very tiny writing. I can barely read it. It says focus above the name. I don't know how you pronounce that. Kusith. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read about that particular energy.
Well,
Number 38.
I always endeavour never to assume it's something that I've learned to do, because it does make an ass out of you and me. So I never assume, to the point of being, sometimes I sound a bit thick because I don't want to assume. I will ask questions that are very simple so that I understand them in my own head. And to the person receiving the question, the very simple question, it might appear as though I'm not altogether there, or, you know,
yeah,
a bit dumb. Because it's something that I've learned to do, because I always ask. I don't assume.
Yeah.
Just because somebody says something doesn't mean that I understand what it is that they've said. Just because they've said something that's commonly said, they might have a different interpretation or a different understanding of it. So I always ask. So yeah, I'm very wary of false assumptions.
So the second card is actually pronounced Kushi. Is the green dog of the Highlands and was a strange and formidable creature. So this is kind of mythology, kind of. It's called Deep, Dark and Dangerous, but it's kind of mythological creatures.
Right.
So this creature concerned many people of the area up in the Highlands. Had a shaggy green coat and plaited tail and roamed the moors and sharp cliffs looking for victims. Okay, it was considered to be, the Kushi was considered to be a fairy dog. So this is, I would say this is directly the Fae actually saying, you know, just be aware of some kind of false assumption. Yeah. What I'm going to do, because I got my druidic tarot. I'm going to pull one of those as well, just to dot the I and cross the T.
Well, I was going to say, and then pull a final third. So,
absolutely.
Perfect.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Holy smokes, Batman.
Suck it to me, Batman. Robin, come on.
Judgment card. So yeah, that says it all, really. I think that's all that needs to be said there. So just, you know, make sure it's balanced. And do you know what he's actually got in his hand there? In that judgment card? It's called a carnix. It's an old ancient Celtic wind instrument that when it was blown, it would send the enemies running away, basically. It used to, because it would, you could see the head, because it was very tall. You could see the head of this thing that looked like some kind of weird dragon with the, when they blew it, the tongue would waggle up and down. So they'd see this thing and then hear the noise and be much afraid, and they would run away. It's called a carnix.
Right. Oh, there you go. Every day's a learning day.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. Cheers.
So let me know at the end of the week. Yeah.
something potentially already brewing, so it might not be by the end of the
Oh,
week.
wow. That's mad.
Did it? Well, yes, thank you for that. That's why I was asking. So yeah, I'm
Wow.
glad that's come out the way that it has, because that's more or less spot on.
Wow. Cool. Anyone else like me to pull them some cards?
Hi, Angie.
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. I might have the odd wobble, but I'm good.
Good. Yeah, if those cards you pulled are really, really speaking to me. To the extent I have a bouquet of flowers in my kitchen.
Oh, yes. The Lenormand.
So,
Okay. I can pull.
yeah, please, could you pull me
Yeah,
a card or two?
I can indeed.
Thank you.
Is it for anything specific or just a general kind of? Woo.
Just a general, yeah, maybe within the next week.
Okay. So we got 4 that jumped out.
Oh.
Let me just move those out of the way. So we have the clover, the mountain, the lady. So this is definitely about you. And the letter. Let me just take a photo. These Lenormand cards are quite amazing. Oh, what's going on with my phone? Stop it. Right. Doop. Right. Focus. Thank you. Right. So, this week ahead, there is definitely going to be it's going to end in a letter. So there was something that was in your way probably to do with this letter, actually. Have you been, so you might have been waiting for a letter and something has been blocking it. Yeah, something's been blocking it. That's the mountain.
Yeah.
But the clover, okay, I'm going to pull one more card. Let's choose that deck because I want to know. Yeah, so this letter has definitely been being blocked. And it might have felt a bit unlucky, but okay, something new. It's the child. Take a photo. I'm chatting away here about the card. You can't see it. So, right, there you go. So the child, it means something new is coming in. Which, let's have a look. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's very new because we got another child card.
Oh.
There are 2. Woo! Wow, where did that go? Hang on, bear with me. Wow. Okay. Okay, so you've got there'll be some kind of communication. So there's the fish card under the letter card, which is abundance. And what's it done that for?
Did you say a fish card under the letter card?
Yeah.
Right.
Where are we at now? Oh. When's the new moon? Hang on. When's the new moon? Bear with me.
Pisces.
New moon is on about the 21st. So that's about a week. So the new moon's on the 21st. You got a new moon in the bird card. So there's going to be a communication around the new moon, which will be about your letter.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
And
thank you.
It will be abundant or abundantly something.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear about a claim. So.
Oh my God. Oh wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's very cool. Wow, that's blown my mind. Woo, okay. Wow. Would anyone else?
You're on fire.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Absolutely. I got Angel Smurf on my side. We bought him a Crimbo toy today, and I was crying in TK Maxx.
Oh, bless your heart. It's so hard.
It is. It is. It's just the hardest thing ever, you know. Which sounds really weird because, you know, my mum passed in 2010, but, you know, it's like, I don't know, this is different.
It is, totally. It is, because it's, I totally get it. My little Bobby passed over in August, so.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Absolutely. Okay. Right, guys. Anyone wants? That's all right. You're very welcome, Rachel. That's amazing. Okay. Anyone else? Any more for any more?
Can I have a card, Angie?
You can indeed.
Thank you.
Let's go over. Let's go with those because these are nice. Okay. It's Rhea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Anything? Is it for the week or for tomorrow, or what is it you'd like?
Yeah, for the week.
Okay, for the week. Excellent. That one and that one that's tucked right away in the middle. That's weird. Okay, we'll have that. Okay. So this is from the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Okay. That's interesting. So, let me take a picture. There we go. So we've got what is meant for you will find you, an inspiration hunt. So, Rhea, have you been a bit, and I get this because it feels like it's been a bit like this at the moment. A bit like I'm not inspired by anything. You know, that kind of.
I feel a little bit out of sorts lately, to be honest.
Yeah, I get that. Okay. So, woo, there we go. So I'm just pulling a couple of Lenormand cards so that we can get a bit more information. So inspiration hunt. Something, this has got to be to do with water. There's water in all these cards. The water, and there's water in the, I'll take a picture of these cards. Okay. Right, there we go. That's what we need. So, let me take a picture. Come on, phone. Oh, let's do it that way around. Okay. So this is going to be around water because we've got 4 cards there with water in. So what is meant for you will find you. The inspiration hunt, the fish card, and the child card all have water in. So, and then you have the home in the middle. So that's your stability, yeah, where you feel safe, yeah. So whatever it is that is at the root of feeling out of sorts, it's going to be within the element of water. So it could be, I don't know if you have access to like a beach or, you know, a body of water.
Well, I walk along the river most days.
Okay.
As close as I get to water.
That's good because it's running water, yeah. So it's moving. So something you can do. I mean, are you able to get close to the river or not?
Okay. Yeah.
So something you can do is you can actually ask. So the water elemental is all about creativity and the flow of energy that moves through us and that we create with. Yeah. So you can actually write on a piece of on something that will dissolve, so rice paper or very kind of thin paper, if that makes sense. You can actually ask the water elemental, because we have that in ourselves as well, if that makes sense. You can actually ask that for advice. Yeah, you can actually ask that within you and ask the river to come forward and actually help you with your inspiration, because that's usually when we're feeling like that, it's usually because we're not inspired to do anything. We just feel like, nah, I can't be bothered. And I get that, because I think a lot of people have been feeling that recently. And then what you can do, I mean, if you need to weigh it down, you can wrap it around a stone or something, and you can actually throw it into the river with the intention that the water carries it. Yeah. And as it moves, it's almost like it, because water has memory. We were talking about this the other day, I think, in my group. Water has so many character traits of energy. Yeah, it's like water and energy, or plasma. They behave in the same way. Yeah. So by putting your intention into the water, essentially you are putting that intention into you, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Oh, has she gone? I think she's gone.
Yeah, she might have gone.
Oh.
I can still hear you. It's not you.
Okay. So yeah, what was the lady's name? Sorry.
Ria.
Oh, Angie, I'm still here.
Oh. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know if any of that makes, is helpful. But it will certainly bring you back to that kind of stability of not feeling out of sorts. Yeah. You use the river to kind of reconnect. That's the word I was looking for. Reconnect to your inspiration, because we're all creative. Yeah. It's, the idea of, if you're creative, you must be an artist. No, we all create in different ways. So you can certainly ask the river to help to inspire you. Definitely. So that's amazing that you have that access to the river every day. That's very cool.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, definitely. Because what we're doing there is we're setting an intention. And when you set an intention in a very powerful way, especially with something that's coming from deep inside you, it's very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what you've got with the fish card is an abundance of inspiration, an abundance of creativity. And with the child card, you've got, this could be again, that came up in the last one, a whole new way of seeing creativity, maybe. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we've gone over. Look at that. Whoops. Oh dear, never mind. Anyone have any last thoughts before we go?
I just want to say thank you very much, Angie, for tonight's show.
Did it make sense?
wants to say any final words before we wrap up the recording?
I think wrap up the recording.
Right, that's the recording stopped. Woohoo! Thank you very much. Happy days.
Happy days indeed.
So what I've been doing whilst listening to you, and when I wasn't sat on the loo, I've been shuffling my new deck, listening to your voice, and pushing the energy from you to me to them. So just focusing my mind whilst listening to your voice and you pulling your cards tonight.
So did you pull cards alongside?
No, I didn't, because I only just got them yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
And I've not really had them out. I played with them yesterday a little bit. I got them out obviously to see what they look like, see how they felt and everything. And then I've got them out earlier this evening, just before the show. So all I've been doing is shuffling them, which is what I'm currently doing right now. So I thought I'm going to shuffle with them before I start pulling cards out them or letting them fall out. So I just want to infuse my energy into them first beforehand. But
Cool.
I like them because, in fact, what I'll do is on Tuesday for Dismembering Tarot, I'll take some photographs and share them with the group, so that you can see what they do, because they're two-sided. So you've got information on one side, and then on the other side, rather than just being a backing picture, it's got more information.
Cool. I like that. That's cool. Like that a lot. Excellent.
So I like to say, I have no idea what the 3 little coins are for. I'll have to read the manual that comes with it.
Are they oracle cards, Andy?
Yeah, they're I Ching oracle cards.
Ooh.
So my plan is to infuse these I Ching oracle cards with the druidic tarot cards and keep them in one bag and keep them together.
Oh, I see. There's a bit of strategy going on there.
Yes, well, I've looked at the oracle cards, and there are some amazing looking decks out there. Just on a quick perusal through Amazon. So I thought, right. So the I Ching ones popped up. I wasn't even looking for them, but they popped up on. You know when you get suggestions.
Yep.
Amazon suggests blah blah blah. 9 times out of 10, you've either got it already, which is why they which I've already bought it, and you don't need another one. It's like, what are you sending it for? And then every now and again, you get a pearl that pops up, and you go, oh, look at that, yeah, this is one of them pearls. It popped up, and I went, oh, what's that? So I looked closer, and sometimes you've got to be very careful of the description, because it might say paperback, but it actually includes a deck of cards as well.
Yes.
But to the untrained eye, it just looks like it's a paperback book, and you don't get cards, so you've got to be very careful and read them, and don't assume.
Absolutely. Yeah, my talisman oracle were a bit like that. They randomly popped up, and I'm like, oh, I've not seen them before. You know, and I spent hours searching on Amazon for things like that. It's like, oh, I like those. So yeah.
So obviously, anything that sort of, again, the Zen pagan thing, the way that came about a few years back, again, that's just how it's evolved and how it's grown. So anything that I can link together with the Zen, which is the I Ching oracle cards, and the pagan, which is the druidic tarot card.
Yeah.
It's just like a blessing.
Excellent. So yeah, I want to hear all about these experiments now.
So I'll let you know what they're like, and I'll take some pictures ready for Tuesday.
Cool.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Ria.
Thank you.
I hope that helped.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's mad. That I was on fire, wasn't I?
Though, doesn't it? It makes sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just let it go with the flow, and just go with the flow, and see what transpires.
Absolutely. See how it unfolds.
Yeah, and make the wisest and bestest decision that you can at that point.
Absolutely.
So you can do with anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worked for me. For most of my life, through its ups and its downs. I've made some huge mistakes, but I've also made some huge positive ones as well. But they're all part and parcel of the basket and weave of life.
Absolutely. Yeah, your magic carpet.
Yeah, what it's there for.
Absolutely. We are here for the experience. And at the moment, the experience of this mad journey, because it's a bit mad at times, I have to say. You think, what the fuck? What's that? I signed up for this, you what? But then, like I say, you know, it's like when you have an epiphany, and no, they don't hurt. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I get it now. I know what this is.
When those proverbial pennies drop and just another piece falls into place and everything makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, with this one, it was like, it wasn't so much of a penny dropping. It was, it was more a fucking gold bullion knocking on my head. It's like, whoa. I actually ran into the bedroom. I was like, oh, damn, Ian's asleep. He was snoring like a trooper. I'm like, oh, I can't wake him up. But I really want to wake him up and say, guess what? So I had to tell him this morning instead.
Oh, how did you contain yourself?
Well, I didn't actually, because I didn't sleep.
Oh, no.
But it's good. I had a really good day. So maybe I need to not sleep all night more.
It does make you feel a bit wired, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be, asleep on the sofa by 8 o'clock.
Yeah. It clearly hasn't affected your abilities.
I did have a lot of coffee. I had a double macchiato with oat milk in the cafe, and I had I only had half a what do they call it? A plungy thing full of coffee before we left. Normally I have a whole one.
Oh, Capricorn.
Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, it was it's quite mad. Oh, and cake as well, because they sell vegan cake in there. So yeah, I'm always happy when we go in there.
Right,
Dear.
I'm off now. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
That's all right. You're
I'll
very
see you
welcome.
Tuesday. Or rather, I'll hear you Tuesday.
Indeed.
We might see Angie again on Tuesday if she does that video thingy with you.
I know. How lucky are we?
If I do what? What am I doing?
If you do that video thing, overhead shots of you dealing the cards out.
I think that's quite cool, actually. I think I might stick with that. I quite like it.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. I'll see you on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday. Much love, Rachel. Much love, Angie. Thanks very much.
Cheerio. Big love.
Bye.
Bye.